If you're a real estate agent, entrepreneur, or small business owner that engages your local community and builds your brand through referrals, I created this video for you. In the next several minutes, I'm gonna prove to you that no matter where you live, no matter where you work, there is greatness all around you and tons of potential partnerships that can grow your business. Hi, my name is Justin Kraut, and I created this brand to help you grow yours. And I'm continuously amazed at the greatness I discover in my community. And I know it's the same for you. I don't want you to miss this. So I'm gonna share examples from the corporate world and the world of real estate to help you uncover amazing opportunities for brand partnerships. First of all, several years ago while I was in the corporate world leading the brand Mr. Coffee, I was asked to take a trip to our Sydney, Australia office. As you can imagine, they really had to twist my arm, right? I'd never been there before, and I'm not sure I'll ever get to go back there. By the way, I saw one of these things on the way from the airport at night. It's called a flying fox. It's terrifying. What they say about wildlife in Australia is totally true. Anyway, we were there working on ways to grow our espresso maker business, and I was working closely with my counterpart, Chris. And Chris had this interesting idea around engaging coffee roasters as brand partners. And coffee roasters are really the architects of any great coffee you taste. They carefully roast or bake those raw coffee beans at just the right temperatures and just the right times, which either opens up all those amazing flavors or can totally ruin them. Chris tells me about a roaster he met at an event called the North American Golden Bean Competition. Yeah, that's what it's called. You actually win this giant golden coffee bean trophy, and it's the largest coffee roasting competition in our country. He met a guy there named Scotty, who both won it several times and is now the head judge. So basically, he met the best coffee roaster in North America. Chris tells me he thinks Scotty also lives in Florida. So I'm quickly on my phone and I discover that Scotty Angelo and his wife Amy created and built the brand Oceana, and they are based in Tequesta, Florida. This is literally 15 minutes from my house. So I had to go halfway across the globe to discover the best roaster in North America is less than 10 miles from where I live. How crazy is that? Scotty and Amy roast and sell amazing coffee. I met them and they became terrific brand ambassadors for us when I was working on Mr. Coffee. I love their story, I love their brand, and their product is fantastic. I could not believe they were right in my backyard. I share this story because I want you to understand that greatness is all around you. It's all around us. Great people that are amazing at what they do, but that aren't telling the world about it because they're too busy doing what makes them amazing, right? You probably haven't heard of them because they're too busy being amazing. I have a barber in Boca Raton named Kevin Dunn who runs a shop called Next Level. And he became an ambassador when I was working on the Oster Professional Clipper brand. Kevin's always turning people away when I'm there. He's too busy and he has more business than he needs. I also found out he cuts the hair of a famous Hall of Fame NFL player. He even goes to his house on demand when he needs a haircut. He's amazing. He's great at what he does, and he's in my community. Think about the amazing experiences you've had in your community from great people doing what they do best, whether it's local coffee, a chef, a dentist, a mechanic, an electrician. In Florida, your AC repair person. Holy cow. And that list goes on and on. Most of you probably haven't heard of this show, but when my teenage son Andrew was really young, there was a Disney cartoon called Higglytown Heroes. The theme song still repeats in my head sometimes, but now I'm really glad it does, because that show celebrated everyday heroes. Local people great at their jobs that would literally save the day in each episode. And those people are actually all around us. Here's my real estate example. My business partner Steve is an agent, and he was closing on a deal that almost completely fell apart. He was selling a house that needed to close in the morning so that the sellers had the funds to close on their new house in another state that same afternoon. So one of those perfect opportunities for something to go totally wrong. As Steve was doing the final walkthrough with the buyer's agent that morning, one of the bathroom tubs was leaking. And per the contract, any leaks needed to be repaired before closing. So the clock was ticking and both closings were now in jeopardy. Thankfully, Steve had an amazing partner in Chris Gast, the owner of a local plumbing company called Plumbing Tech. Chris is great at what he does. So obviously when Steve called him, he was at another job and extremely busy. But because of this partnership, Chris actually left the plumbing job he was on to go over and address the leak for Steve. He got to the house and he was a hero. He fixed the leak, he saved the day, he saved the deal. The deal closed and the sellers closed on their new home. So everybody was happy, and it was that relationship that Steve had with Chris, that partnership, that was at the heart of the story. How many heroes like Chris are out there? They're all around us. They're in your community. And so are these opportunities to partner. When you take care of great partners when they need you, They will take care of you when you need them. And that's what life and business and building your brand is all about. So find greatness in your community, the everyday heroes that you and your clients need, and create, invest in, and build partnerships that grow your brands and your businesses together. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, please like it, subscribe, share it with somebody else, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much.